49ers. All right, this is actually very, very close. This was the closest call from Boston, which is considered to be, at least according to our research, the top market in terms of fan loyalty and team brand strength. Fans in Boston really get sports. They really follow it. They believe it. They love it. So this was about the closest call there was. Who is the top brand in Boston now? This is not across America. It's not the Revolution. I'll give you all three, okay? It's either the Celtics, the Red Sox, or the Patriots. Who thinks it's the Celtics? This is pre-NBA title. No, this is post-NBA title. I'm sorry. This is right after they won the NBA title. Celtics, raise your hand. Patriots, Red Sox. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Really close. Great brands. Really terrific brands. My guess is the Bruins are coming up too. Atlanta, is it the Falcons or the Braves? Who thinks it's the Braves? Who thinks it's the Falcons? Okay. It is the Braves. Washington, D.C., is it the Capitals or the Redskins? Redskins. All right. Houston, is it the Astros or the Rockets? Who says it's the Rockets? Who says it's the Astros? Astros. Detroit. Detroit is another great, great sports town. And it's actually a dead heat between the Pistons, the Tigers, and the Red Wings, but who thinks the Pistons finish first? Who thinks the Tigers finish first? Who thinks the Red Wings? Yeah. Red Wings. In Phoenix. In Phoenix, the Diamondbacks. Who thinks it's the Diamondbacks at the top brand? Who thinks it's the Phoenix Suns? Yeah. Seattle, the Mariners or the Seahawks? The Sounders. No, wait. There we go. Seahawks.
Do it again this year.
In Minnesota, the Twins. Who thinks it's the Twins? Who thinks it's the Wild? Yeah. In Miami, is it the Miami Heat or the Miami Dolphins? Yeah. Cleveland's pretty close. Who thinks it's the Cleveland Browns? The Dog Pound? Who thinks it's the Cleveland Indians? And this was done before. This is not this year, in case you're thinking about the Cavaliers right now. This is this season. Okay? And then who thinks it's the Cavaliers? Ahead of the Browns? Yeah. Really close. Look how close they are, though, in overall rank. 19, 21, and 22 nationwide. That's probably the closest that there was. In Denver, the Avalanche? The Broncos? Yep. Yeah. St. Louis, I'm just going to kind of skip over.
When the Nuggets beat the Cavaliers, the Nuggets will be winning time.
We see a lot of research in St. Louis that the Cardinals have just an incredible following, very loyal, and the Blues are moving up from what we can tell, and the Rams seem to be moving down. I'm going to kind of skip through Pittsburgh because I think you would know this one. I mean, it's clearly a Steelers town. And then of all the one-team markets, which is interesting because when you're in a market all your own, you don't have anybody to really compete against. We measure all the one-team markets against themselves. And the Packers came out on top, but the Spurs and the Canadians and some of these others have done a really great job. I'm just going to finish up with a couple of additional slides, and then I'll kind of let us all get out of here. We do something every single week in the Sports Business Journal called the Turnkey Sports Poll. And the poll is about 1,000 sports business executives that we've recruited onto it. It's people that own teams, people that run teams at a high level. It's all the league, all the commissioners, athletic directors, It's sort of the insiders of the industry. And one of my invitations to all of you here tonight is that when you get out and you're out working in the industry, if you want to be on the Turnkey Sports Poll, send me an email. And anybody who is a graduate of this program is welcome to be on the poll. It only takes 1 minute each month. We ask about 15 questions, and then we aggregate all the answers, and they're published in the Sports Business Journal each week. We sort of slice up the data. One of the questions that we asked to the industry was, do you think that the World Baseball Classic has been successful? Who in the room thinks that the World Baseball Classic so far has been successful for Major League Baseball? Raise your hand. Who thinks it's been unsuccessful? Okay. And it's just starting out, obviously, but we asked that throughout the entire industry, and it's kind of split, but 48%, almost half the people in our industry that work inside sports think that the World Baseball Classic isn't getting the job done yet for Major League Baseball. We asked the question, should NASCAR take a greater role in environmental issues and carbon footprint issues? Who thinks that NASCAR should take a bigger role in that? Who thinks that it's too risky for them to do that and that they should stay out of politics? All right.
That's a political issue.
Well, Margaret Morey, stand up. You want to feel free to
Sorry.
it's okay. Chime in on any of these issues. The people on the poll said 67%, 2/3, yes. NASCAR should be involved in this issue, which may or may not be a political issue. So these are just sort of some of the things that we came up with. Do giveaways drive attendance? We asked that question twice. In June of 2008, 65% of our industry said yes, giveaways drive attendance. About a year later, only 50% of them said that. So, giveaways as a way of driving attendance may not be doing what it once did. I'd like to ask, which of the following brands got the biggest lift from the Beijing Olympics? I'll give you two choices. Who thinks it was Coca-Cola? The other choice, I'm going to give you three choices. It's either Coca-Cola, Visa, or McDonald's. Who thinks it's Coca-Cola that got the biggest lift from Beijing? They did a great job. Who thinks it's Visa? Who thinks it's McDonald's?